Season was, a roller coaster. You know, we had opportunities. And the way the season went, guys fought hard, and I'm proud of my guys for that. Nobody quit. With all the different circumstances, injuries, and just the way the ball bounced and stuff. I mean, we just kept fighting, and I'm proud of my guys for that. I always tell the guys, like, win, lose, or draw, it matters, but what really matters is how you play the game. And, you're not going to win them all. I mean, only one team's ever done that, but today was a tough one, but I feel it would hurt a lot more if the Chiefs would have won, that's for sure. But, given the circumstances, it just is what it is.
Have you thought yet about if this is your last game, or when will those thoughts come to mind?
Well, I mean, you can't help but think about it a little bit, but I haven't made a decision if it's my last game or not. I tried to play this game as if it was my last, and I tried to leave it all out there. It's crazy because I almost didn't even play, had something going on, and it just, I was surprised myself that I was able to go out there and still be effective. Lit up on me a couple times, but nothing too bad, until the very end. But, I don't know. I don't know if it's going to be my last game. I know that, it was fun to go out there and compete. Obviously I would love to do it in a winning fashion, but, we went out there and competed against one of the best to ever do it, and Aaron Rodgers. Really, Devontae Adams, and, they got some other good players over there. But, Aaron is a guy I admire, the way he plays the game. The plays he's made all through his career, the times I've matched up against him. And, today it seemed like a vintage battle, he played a heck of a game. But to answer your question, though, I haven't put a lot of thought into it, and I got to go through my process and see, I feel like I can still play some good football, which is good. But I gotta take my time and really decide, if I want to go through the process to be good at this again. It takes a lot. But we'll see. You can't make a decision today. I got to go through the process, and whenever that time comes, we'll see.
Calais, what is that process? I can imagine you kind of got it down to a science now after the past few years.
Well, the first step is letting the body recover and seeing how it recovers. Seeing if I can feel good. I mean, these last couple of years, I kind of surprised myself, like, I still feel pretty good. By the Super Bowl, or really come March, I'm like, I feel kind of good. It kind of feels weird just sitting around. Let me go start getting in the gym a little bit. And then it's, the family stuff, kids getting older, and this game just is so many sacrifices you have to make to be good at it. And so you kind of have to make a decision, talk with the family and see if I want to continue to make those sacrifices. But, it's definitely it's a process, though. But, first step is health. Second step is communication with the family. And then, just, if the desire is still there to go through what you have to go through. I mean, you got to go through fire, and I don't want to ever be a guy just out there. I want to be a difference maker. If I can't be a difference maker, I want to be out there. But I think I still can be a difference maker, though. So, at least today, I felt like I was still a difference maker. A lot of time between now and then, though. We'll see how it goes.
I was gonna say, how much do you weigh and balance, being able to say, I'm still near the top of my game versus getting out before the game inevitably passes someone by?
That is a big question. That balance of that. Because I definitely don't want to, go out there a little too long and end my legacy with bad football. And I definitely don't want to end it with injuries, especially this last game. It's like, dang, that was kind of scary too. So, it's just, I don't want to be carried off the field. I want to, walk off on my own terms. And that does play a role. So we'll see how it goes.
Did you feel the sideline was becoming aware of the Chiefs-Broncos score?
I don't know about the whole sideline, but there's definitely a few players, over where I'm at that noticed. You can't help but to look at it. I think the Jets did a smart strategy to play. They had it, full time. It's kind of hard not to look at. You look at the scoreboard for any information. You can't help to see it. And 7-0 real quick, 14-0, and then 21-0, and then 24-0. I'm like, man, 24-0 at halftime. You kind of realize that you're just playing for love. You're playing for the love of the game. But it doesn't change the way you play football. You play the game the same way, but I'd be lying if I told you that, you didn't notice it. I personally noticed it, and I know other guys did too. And, did that affect the way he played? Maybe, maybe not. We'll never know for sure. But what I do know is that I was proud of the way my guys fought. This game was definitely a roller coaster of a game, kind of similar to our season. A lot of ups and downs. We started fast, big turnover, but it's football, they play football too. They got a whole bunch of studs. Both our teams kind of, I think, underachieved this year. But, it is what it is, It's football.
How will you remember this season overall with the 2024 Miami Dolphins?
Today it's just gratitude, after we go through more time, there'll be a lot more different feelings and stuff like that. But right now it's gratitude, I'm just happy I can play the game I love. The goal was to come in and try to lead the team, and this team embraced me with open arms. It's very rare that you can come in training camp, not go through any OTAs or any of the off-season programming, and the guys, look at you as a leader, and I didn't come in trying to be a leader. I just was myself, but the guys wanted to hear me speak, calling for me to be the guy, and so I stepped into the role. And, just in the locker room talking with some of the guys, what really makes me proud is, the way they communicate to me about how I inspire them to be better leaders, better football players and stuff like that. And, at the end of the day, all I ever want to be is inspiration, inspiration to my teammates, inspiration to the community, and inspiration to the game, And so, guys I respect, like Jordan Brooks, when he tells me that, I aspire him to want to be a better leader, that means a lot to me. And so, when I think about this year, that's, gratitude for being able to be an inspiration to this team, and just the way the guys look at me, in the locker room, in the huddle, in meetings, it just, I'm going to miss that most when I do walk away from the game. I'll tell you that, that's for sure.
All right. Thank you, Calais.
Yeah, thanks, Calais.